At 6:45 a.m., police arrived at a pristine suburban home in Reston, Virginia. Inside an upstairs bedroom lay a woman stabbed to death in her own bed. Downstairs, a stranger bled out from gunshot wounds. And standing at the center of it all was her husband, a trained criminal investigator, claiming it was self-defense. But this wasn't a break-in. It was a carefully staged execution. Christine Banfield was 37 years old, a devoted mother, a professional, and by all outward appearances, part of a perfect American family. She lived in a quiet Fairfax County neighborhood with her husband Brendan and their 4-year-old daughter. Rians described her as organized, intelligent, and deeply invested in her family's future. In 2022, the Banfields hired a Brazilian au pair, 23-year-old Juliana Perez Magalhães, to help with childcare. What Christine didn't know was that this young woman would soon replace her, not in marriage, but in a murder plot. In the early morning hours, Christine lay asleep in her bed. Prosecutors allege Brendan Banfield entered the room silently and began stabbing her repeatedly in the upper body. Behind the bed, Juliana crouched, hands over her ears, peeking as the attack unfolded. Christine never stood a chance. Minutes later, a man named Joseph Ryan arrived at the home, believing he was there for a consensual sexual encounter. Instead, Juliana shot him in the head with Brendan's firearm. 2 lives ended within minutes, all while a 4-year-old child slept inside the house. The 911 calls told a chaotic story. Juliana screamed about an intruder.
911, where's your emergency?
I need help. There is my friend. She just was attacked in the knife now. She's bleeding a lot. I don't know what to do anymore.
And what's your name and what's going on?
Brendan claimed a stranger attacked his wife, forcing him to defend the family. Police found knives scattered, blood smeared onto Joseph Ryan's clothing. At first glance, it looked like a home invasion gone wrong. But investigators immediately noticed inconsistencies. Too many wounds, too many weapons, too many rehearsed explanations. The case took a darker turn when detectives uncovered FetLife, a fetish-based social network. Brendan had created a profile posing as his own wife. He lured Joseph Ryan with promises of a knife-related role-play scenario. Juliana even impersonated Christine during phone calls to convince Ryan it was real. Joseph wasn't a predator. His mother later testified he believed the encounter was consensual. Instead, he was unknowingly walking into an ambush. In January 2026, Juliana took the stand. Her voice shook as she described the plan, the blood, the guilt. She admitted everything: the affair, the murder, the staging. She said she wanted the truth to come out, even as Brendan's defense attacked her credibility, calling her manipulative and self-serving. But the damage was already done. The evidence began stacking up fast. Gun range visits months before the murder, a firearm purchase weeks earlier, cell phone data placing Brendan near the house when he claimed he wasn't. Even more damning, Brendan had left the front door unlocked and went to McDonald's to establish an alibi. The perfect crime was collapsing under its own weight. Brendan Banfield now faces multiple counts of aggravated murder, child abuse, and firearms charges, with life in prison looming. Juliana awaits sentencing under a plea deal that could grant her time served. Christine Banfield is gone. Joseph Ryan is gone. And a little girl lost both her parents in one morning. Behind the white fences of suburbia, evil planned patiently and struck without mercy.